Desmond?
Yes.
Okay. And some of you don't because you're newer. Before they moved, Frank and I were visiting over at their house, and I happened to walk by her kitchen and saw this picture on her wall, and I froze. I studied it. I looked at everything, and it was this. She had it framed and hanging on her wall. And I was so taken by it because this is the story of his life. It encompasses everything he did while he was on earth. And at the time I didn't realize that until I learned that later. But I was so taken by it that she had a duplicate made for me. And it's hanging up on our wall right now. Always has been since we got it years ago. So the story that she also told us is about a young man in the Air Force in Elmendorf Air Force Base, Alaska. He was not a Christian. He was brought to the emergency room and admitted to the 7th floor for having suicidal thoughts. He had just learned that his wife was cheating on him with a close friend, and she filed for divorce. Chaplain Koch put the enlisted soldier under supervised watch, which meant he would be restrained in a hospital bed for 48 hours and observed. Chaplain Koch, through conversation with the soldier, was told by the soldier he had no religious connections to God or even knowledge of who God was. And that's hard to imagine someone never even hearing about God. And sometime during that first evening, the soldier undid his restraints, found access to a window on the 7th floor. The soldier jumped from that window 7 floors and landed hard on the cold, frozen ground, flat on his back. The medics were sure he had broken every bone in his back, and would suffer from traumatic head injury when they arrived to retrieve him and bring him back into the ER. What they found instead was a soldier in perfect condition but unconscious. Not a bruise, not a scratch, or any other injury markings at all. Chaplain Koch again had him placed in a room on the 7th floor with no restraints, but only hooked up to a monitor for his vitals. After a few hours, when Chaplain Koch went to check on the soldier was fully awake. He had found a crumpled sheet of paper in a trash can with a broken pencil and had completely sketched the entire life of Jesus, beginning with the bottom left, his birth, and through his crucifixion. Not one of Jesus' historical events were left out. The picture you have is from the original copy that we have. The lines are from the crumpled paper when you pull down the trash can. The drawing is fading as their drawing is fading. But the story remains the same, that Jesus can reach and heal anytime and anywhere. And he went on to become born again, the soldier, and now we went to have a healthy life with the Air Force. That's my story.